How's it going, everybody? I hope you guys are having a great day. Um, Today, I just wanted to mention that I want to tell you guys one story. I'm just going to tell you three stories that recently happened in my town, and it's very sad. But I can't go into too much detail because I don't have the accurate information, and these stories are not fully covered by the news. One, because it was kind of related to a law enforcement individual. I understand. So I'm gonna start with the first story. So I understand sometimes when these tragic events happen. I think most of the time, yeah, like nobody deserved it. Nobody, deserved to be in that situation. I don't know if this, ex law enforcement. From what I heard, he was an ex vet. So I don't know if he got the right treatment or not. So sometimes PTSD can really affect someone's like I don't know if he has psychological problems. I hope not, but I don't know too much of this family. Even though they're from the same town, I just didn't know who they were. So basically, what happened was nobody knows exactly which one is the true story because there's a little bit of misleading information. I think he was married before, then he got a divorce, and then he had a girlfriend, which it probably explains it was his girlfriend involved in the incident. So I think they split up before, and the girlfriend ended up dating someone who was a very, he sounded like he was a good person, very decent. He was living life. He participated in the community. He did a lot of activities. And Monday, excuse me, sorry about that. Trains. All right, so this guy did not expect that his last day was on Monday, and rest in peace for this individual. It's very sad. He didn't deserve it, but it is what it is. Life is always full of surprises, and this is why MGTOW makes more sense more than ever. That it's best stay away from relationships, specifically from small towns. Small towns, I think, is very dangerous because you don't even know how many people know this person. So this guy dated this girl. He would never expect, specifically from an ex-law enforcement individual, to commit the act. He ended up shooting the girlfriend and the boyfriend, and the boyfriend ended up getting killed for that. He got killed because probably he was dating the wrong person, and he was at the wrong place at the wrong time. And the girlfriend's still at the hospital, from what I've heard. And then he ended up committing suicide. Like, I don't know too much detail. Like, this story is not being covered up, which we can kind of see. It kind of gives an explanation why it's not being fully covered. And the only reason people know about it is because people post it on the community of, because on Facebook, everybody kind of gossips about what's going on, and that's how everybody found out what was going on. And it's a tragic incident, and it is very dangerous to date someone from a very small town, and it's hard to tell if their exes are going to be crazy or not. So it's quite sad that a decent individual had to lose his life because he was just simply trying to live life and date, and look what it got him. Rest in peace to him, and I hope justice, well, I don't even know if justice can be served or not, but I just hope recovery for the family. And then the second story, because it's not the same. This is not just a once upon a time tragedy event. This is like becoming more frequent. Last week on Wednesday, as I was working in another town, which is 15 minutes away from my hometown. Well, not hometown where I currently live in right now. And I ended up finding out that there was multiple gunshots, and we just thought it was like, other things that were occurring, but in reality, ex-husband ended up killing his ex-wife, and he shot her. He killed her in cold blood. He shot her in the street in front of everybody, in front of the courthouse, which is very interesting. And this is what makes me kind of frustrated. Like, I understand there's some crazy individuals that are possessive and they don't know how to let go, but why lose your? He even committed suicide, so I think he didn't want to go to jail, from what I can tell. I just can't believe guys will lose their mind over a woman. It's time to move on, and that's why I can't do marriage anymore. I can't do relationships. it's making men go crazy about it. You know, like the first story, like the second story, these guys probably didn't even deserve. They're probably good, decent individuals. You know, the first one, it's understandable. You probably still lives in the indoctrination of the Disney world, where finding true love is going to get you happiness, and it's you never know. And not even me. I'm not even saying this because I fully believe in the ideology. It's like everybody's now scared to get into a relationship because you know you can say it could have been a Pookie and a Ray that could have done the incident, but this was from the guy from the first story, the perpetrator. He was a professional. He was had a profession job, decent life, and I don't know, man. I can't really say what caused him to do that, but it's sad, man. It makes me mad that all us guys were losing our minds when we go through divorce, breakups, and it's time to really mature for that. In the third story, it kind of hits home because it's a guy that I work with, and it kind of is a reminder of the excess smell. And this is where so I don't know, like I feel bad telling the story. The only reason I'm trying to tell the story is it's a good reminder for all of us, including me, that you have to be 100% independent, have your money saved, have an emergency fund, and you have to really love yourself. You have to have dignity. You're going to have to really depend on not depending too much on emotional support if you're an excess male or just a plain simple individual who is a low tier normie or a high tier normie. So the co-worker that I have, I work with him. I respect the guy. I have a lot of, sympathy for him and empathy because he's not a bad guy. He's misled. I think he doesn't have a good IQ. And I don't want to go too much detail because I really feel bad speaking about the guy. But he is the true definition of an excess male. And I really hate to say this. And I don't like to put myself on top or anything. And I'm not saying this because, I just want to make a story and put it on YouTube. No. It was a reminder even for me that it's time to save money. It's time to mature. It's time to really be dedicated to life, even though it sucks. But I don't want to be in this guy's position. I never want to be when I grow up, even though I'm an adult. But when I get to the dirt age, if you don't know what I mean, dirt age is basically people who are going to be in their 60s and above. Man, it's very painful to say this, but this guy probably didn't save enough money. He relies on miracles because he does believe in religion. We both came from the same religion, so he thinks that he's going to be blessed. But here's the thing. We live in a very realistic world. The world is not forgiving. The world does not give any second chances. And this guy should have saved his money. He really should have saved his money. Trying to remember what else. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm currently driving in, so I have to get into this parking lot. And I gotta make sure. Okay, if you guys can hear me or not. So the guy didn't save his money, didn't took life serious. He expected that the religion or believing in God was going to give him miracles, and now he's in a very difficult position at the moment. He's going through a very tough divorce. It's very sad because his wife does not want to be with him at all because he is actually an excess male, and like I've said, he is not fully mature yet for his age. So I'm pretty sure the wife despises him, and not only that, but also he is his relationship is disintegrating. The reason I call it disintegrated is basically his wife does not want him around her. She has told him multiple times, I want you gone, get out of my property, you're no longer welcome, and just sign the divorce papers. He is doing his absolute best to preserve the relationship. He's working extra time. He wants to make extra money. He's doing all these unnecessary things just to keep a woman that does not validate him. She doesn't love him. And I don't even know if she has like a secret boyfriend or not, it would be sad if he still, I don't know how to describe this. This is very sad, this makes me sad that guys cannot comprehend when it's over. You know, we all told this guy, it's over, dude, move on. There's nothing that you can do, man. You know, I wish we can give you a solution, but your wife does not like you at all. Just get out of there, man. Don't stop being sad. Stop being misled, man. Stop begging. Stop putting your knee down. Just grow up, man. Have some dignity, man. Move on, man. That's the only advice we can give you. He didn't listen. He was under stress. He was extremely sad, and he ended up being at the hospital. Right now, he's doing a lot better. I'm very grateful that he survived. Like, I don't know what exactly happened to him, physically, or I just know his health deteriorated a little bit. But it was not necessary. He should have never been in that situation. If he would have learned when to give up, and when to acknowledge that your relationship is over. He didn't listen. He just decided to, continue begging and begging until it led him to go to the hospital. Like I said, he's working now. He asked for extra hours. Even if he is supposed to rest, he is extremely scared of the hospital bill. And this is an indication that we can, if we don't acknowledge our true reality, then we can be in these situations like the guy. So my best advice is learn to have dignity, love yourself, save your money. Don't be dependent on no one, because nobody's going to be there out for you. And this guy could have lost his job. It's just he's surrounded, probably because I kind of have backed him up, because I understand the excess mails. But this guy should have really known his situation. But it is what it is. All right, guys, that's pretty much it for today. I gotta get back to work. I hope these stories encourage you or helps you out in any certain way. The only reason I wanted to share the videos, the stories, is basically things that just happen in matter of 6 days in my town. It's like a reminder of what can happen, and this is like very black pill, very brutal, and very ironic. Alright, guys, I gotta get back to work. I hope you guys have a good day, and hopefully the video makes sense or not, but peace out.